Students, today we are going to discuss about immunosuppressive topic. Immunosuppressive topic. Okay. So before going to immunosuppressive topic, first let me explain about definition of the immune system. Okay. So immune system is going to be is designed to protect the host from harmful foreign molecules. Okay. So it is going to be designed to protect host from diseases, okay, from infectious diseases, okay. But whenever there is a uh, whenever there is a overactivation of the immune system, it fight against on its own tissues or cell. It causes so many complications, okay. So immune system is going to be attack on its own tissues, okay, own tissues. It results into various complications, especially there is a development of autoimmune disorders, okay. In such autoimmune disorders such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus erythematosus syndrome, myasthenia gravis, so on, okay. So these are the some autoimmune disorders in which our immune system will consider our own body tissues as antigen, so that it causes destruction to our some tissues. It causes complications, okay. other than this uh, this attack of our immune system on the transplanted organs, okay. In some disease, in some conditions, we are going to be go for organ transplantations, such as kidney transplantation, liver transplantations, lung transplantation, heart transplantation even, okay. So this transplantation of organs and transplantation of the tissues generally followed at end stage diseases, okay. In such cases, the patient need to be mm, the patient need to be take that organ, so from the donor, okay. So who are the persons receive the organ is called as a receiver. Who are the persons giving the or donating the organs is called as a donor, okay. Receiver and donor, okay. In such cases, there is a chances of uh, so after transplantation of the organs, okay, of transplantation of organ, after implantation of the organ in our body in the receiver, so there is a chances of organ transplant rejection, okay, is nothing but there is a failure of functioning of transplanted organ. Because of our immune system, it is going to be attack on that transplanted organ, which leads to failure of that organ, okay. So that in order to prevent the organ transplantation rejection, so we have to use immunosuppressive drugs, okay. So why organ transplant rejection is happening? Because our immune system is recognized that donated organ is a antigen, it is a foreign substance, okay. So even though if the donor and as well as the receptor, um, yeah, after sensitivity, even after sensitivity matching, okay, so the organ transplant rejection is happening because of the attack of immune system over the transplantation organ, okay. So in order to overcome this problem, we have to use immunosuppressive drugs, okay. So what is the main problem with immunosuppressive drugs is they generally suppress the immunity, so that those who are under immunosuppressive drug, there may be chances for getting so many infections. Okay, so many infections, so that persons are more susceptible for getting of infections. Okay, because your immunosuppressive drugs, they suppress both cellular immunity and humoral immunity. Okay, so whatever the immunity you have to fight against the diseases, that immune system is going to be suppressed by your drugs, so that the persons are more chances for getting so many opportunistic infections, such as herpes virus infections, fungal infections like candida albicans, bacterial infections, protozoal infections, even like dangerous infections like tuberculosis, they may be get. Okay, so that you have to take care of during immunosuppressive therapy. Okay, so let we discuss what is the general phenomena occur during transplantation resection. Okay, so what is the process happening during transplant resection? If you understand better the process of resection, so that may be easy to uh, understand the mechanism of action of immunosuppressive drugs. Okay, so first uh, suppose for example, okay, for example, uh, so suppose kidney transplantation, suppose one person donating his or her kidney to other persons patients. So after receiving the kidney, okay, so donor kidney, so generally every persons, okay, so every person in their cells, in their one of the antigen presenting cells. Okay, antigen presenting cells are there. Okay, antigen presenting cells. So these anti presenting cells, they represent, okay, a own antigen, okay, to the T lymphocytes, okay, with the help of major MHC receptor, major histocompatibility complex molecules. With the help of this, okay, so these are the showcase the self antigen to the WBC cells. Okay, so antigen presenting cell, generally every cell, so in our own everybody, they have antigen presenting cells. They expose, they showcase the antigen, self antigen, okay, with help of major histocompatibility complex molecules. By this way, the our T lymphocytes won't attack on whole cells. Why our immunity cells, they won't attack on our own cells? Because of the major histocompatibility complex molecules expose their our own antigens. Okay, they are not considered as a foreign substance. Okay, but okay, so those who are receiving the uh, suppose kidney from other persons, okay, the major histocompatibility complex, okay, uh, exposed antigen is different from own antigen. Okay, definitely after a implantation, okay, in our body, that major histocompatibility complex, that a antigen presenting cells expressed antigen through major histocompatibility complex is different. That is going to be recognized by T lymphocytes. That is going to be recognized by T lymphocytes. So the T lymphocytes which bind with antigen, so after that they recognize that the tissue is not our own. Immediately it is going to be activated. Okay, immediately it is going to be activated and produce interleukin 2. Okay, the activated T lymphocytes produce interleukin 2. That interleukin 2 further acting on the same T lymphocytes produce more amount of T lymphocytes. This is nothing but interleukin 2 is one of the cytokine which is mainly responsible for proliferation of T lymphocytes. Proliferation of T lymphocytes. Okay, so these proliferated finally they're transformed to, okay, transformed to T lymphocyte helper cells 2, okay, Th2, okay. So interleukin 2 which acting on the native T lymphocytes converted into T lymphocyte helper cells 2, okay. These helper cells 2 further release other cytokines such as interleukin 4 and interleukin 5. So they are going to be activate, okay. So they activate, so B lymphocytes, they are going to be activate B lymphocytes, okay. So what I'm telling, telling, I think you are going to be understood. So interleukin 2 is going to be released from the activated T lymphocyte, that T helper cells, that's it, okay. So these T helper cells converted into T helper cells 2, okay, Th2. This Th2 DH2 produce further interleukin 4 and 5. They again uh, they activate, because of this they activate the B lymphocytes. That B lymphocytes, in the presence of interleukin 4 and 5, they are differentiated into plasma cells. That plasma cells produce specific, okay, antibodies, immunoglobulins, okay. So these immunoglobulins are specific for the donor kidney cells, okay. So this again, these immunoglobulins will bind to the donor kidney. The kidney is going to be damaged by attacking of this antibody, okay. So this is nothing but, okay, humoral immunity, okay. This is nothing but humoral immunity, okay. Destruction of the foreign substance by the releasing of the immunoglobulins, antibodies, is called as a humoral immunity, okay. So later on, so the same thing happen, okay, humoral cellular immunity, okay, cellular immunity, in which in which this interleukin 2 again transform TH cells, T lymphocyte helper cells, not only into Th2 and also Th1, okay. So T helper cells 1, these cells again produce many number of cytokines such as interferon alpha, tumor necrosis beta, so which further activate the macrophages. That macrophages will attack on the donor uh, tissues, okay. Next is these T lymphocytes helper cells 1 directly activate the cytotoxic T lymphocytes. This cytotoxic lympho directly will attack on the donor tissue. It causes damage. This is nothing but cellular immunity, okay. Destruction of any tissue, foreign substance, with help of direct functioning of cells is called cellular immunity. So with help of immunoglobulin is called as a humoral immunity. So this is the basic mechanism of organ transplantation rejection happening, okay. So by knowing this, you can easy to understand the immunosuppressive drugs, okay. So any immunosuppressive drugs, okay, okay, majority of the how the immunosuppressive drugs are working, they work by, okay, they work by suppress, okay, both, okay, cellular immunity and humoral immunity, okay. Cellular immunity and humoral immunity are either one, okay, by either inhibit the production of various cytokines, okay. By inhibit the production of various cytokines, the cytokines are the major molecules which are responsible for T cells activation and proliferations, okay. So that is the first thing, okay. Immunosuppressant drugs either inhibit the production of, okay, either production of the cytokines. Second one is either they inhibit the proliferation, activation and proliferation of T lymphocytes, okay. Either inhibit activation and proliferation of T lymphocytes, okay. So this is the main broad mechanism of action of any T lymphocytes. Okay, so in examination, if you are not you forget about answer for any immunosuppressor, you can write these two. Okay, so they inhibit the cytokine productions such as interleukins. Okay, and as well as they inhibit the cellular, okay, activation, T lymphocytes activation and proliferation. With this, okay, there is a suppression of humoral immunity and cellular immunity is going to be happen. Okay, now you are going to be discuss about mm, immunosuppressive drugs. Okay, immunosuppressive drugs. Okay, so immunosuppressive drugs are classified like this. So first one is inhibitor of interleukin 2 productions. Okay, because interleukin 2 is the major cytokine which is responsible for T lymphocytes activation and proliferations. Okay, activation, proliferation, differentiation into one form to others, so that you can some drugs which inhibit the production of interleukin 2. Example, calcineurin inhibitors. Example, cyclosporin and tacrolimus. Okay, next is sirolimus. Okay, even though sirolimus is look like a tacrolimus by the voice, you may observe both are same. Okay, but the different classification is different. Okay, calcineurin inhibitor, cyclosporin and tacrolimus. Okay, next one is sirolimus. It is not a calcineurin inhibitor. Sirolimus is different. Okay, so this also called as rapamycin. So next drug are inhibitors of cytokine gene expression. Okay, again same. Okay, inhibitors of cytokine gene expression like interleukins. Okay, interleukins, not only interleukin 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, interfere any. Okay, so inhibition of cytokine gene expression. Example, corticosteroids. Already corticosteroids are we discussed in the cancer and as well as in the asthma. Okay, so it is easy to understand the mechanism. The same mechanism is applied to immunosuppressants only. Okay, next, cytotoxic drug. Okay, they are toxic to immunity cells. That's why they are called as cytotoxic. Okay, cytotoxic means they produce cytotoxic effect on the cells which are involved in the immunity, is nothing but T lymphocytes. Okay, they cause cytolytic effect on the T lymphocytes. Here also easy. So majority of the anti-cancer drugs comes under here. Okay, so examples, inhibitors of purine and pyrimidine synthesis like antimetabolite, purine antimetabolite and pyrimidine antimetabolites. Okay, azathioprine. Okay, azathioprine. Okay, methotrexate, 6 mercaptopurine. Okay, azathioprine and 6 mercaptopurine is a purine antagonist. Methotrexate is a pyrimidine antagonist. Okay, next, alkylating agents. Methotrexate is a folate antagonist. Sorry, folate antagonist ultimately inhibit the pyrimidine nucleotide. Okay, so next, alkylating agents. Already it is anti-cancer drugs, cyclophosphamide. So next, immunosuppressive antibodies. Okay, some like that block T cell surface molecules involved in the cell signal. Example, anti-lymphocytic globulin, anti-thymocytic globulin. Okay, immunoglobulin. So these are the monoclonal antibodies, interference, thalidomide. Okay, so next is first now we will discuss one by one.